One driver gets fined, one driver gets signed. Let's get into it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good today. All right, first things first. The fine is in for Bubba Wallace. He's looking at a $50K fine. And I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because it's been blown out in social media. But I will say this. If I were you, I wouldn't spend a lot of time on it either, because NASCAR is historically, the one thing you can say about them consistently is that they are consistently inconsistent. NASCAR is going to NASCAR until they can NASCAR no more. Yes, Bubba Wallace got a $50,000 fine. No, Chase Elliott did not get a fine for making contact on the cool down lap. I wouldn't worry myself too much about it. Now, I know a bunch of people have brought up a bunch of other incidents where people made contact just like Chase Elliott did and didn't get fined, including Chase Elliott on Denny Hamlin, including Martin Truex Jr. at Richmond, and including Denny Hamlin on Alex Bowman at Martinsville as well several years ago. So yes, all of those drivers made contact on the cool down lap or in Denny Hamlin's case, in Victory Lane during the burnout or whatever, or the wherever, I guess not even Victory Lane, but where they were going to do the post-race interview. Either way, yes, you can point to those incidents and say that they didn't get fined. You can also look at other incidents where drivers have done the same thing and gotten fined. Last weekend, under the caution, Carson Hocevar wrecked Harrison Burton, and he got fined $50,000, the same as Bubba Wallace, but he also lost some points. So, like I said, and I'm not going to go back and find every single incident. Like I said, I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time on that. What you can say consistently is NASCAR is consistently inconsistent. So, if you're a Bubba Wallace fan, I wouldn't be too upset about it because it's just a monetary fine. You didn't lose points like Carson Hocevar did. But yes, I understand the frustration of the other drivers not getting fined. Me personally, I think it should always be a fine. And I think it should just be a fine because I don't think you necessarily want to discourage a driver from being upset. But if they make contact under the caution, it is still a safety issue. So there should be a monetary fine. So in the back of that driver's mind, when he's upset like that, he should know, hey, you know what? I'm going to go hit this guy, but it's going to cost me money. Every time you make contact with somebody intentionally under a yellow flag, it should be a monetary fine, but I don't think it should go any further than that, because if you take it any further than that and stop this completely, it's going to take a lot of the personality out of the sport. Some of the best moments, some of the most fun moments have been when drivers retaliate under the yellow or retaliate on the cool down lap. So I don't think you want to take that away, but you do also want to let these drivers know that it is a safety issue at the end of the day. So if you do it, it's going to cost you some money. It shouldn't cost you any points. I don't agree with Carson Hocevar losing points, but he definitely should have got the $50K penalty. And that's really all I'm going to say about it, because other than that, let's just let it go. Let it go. Front Row Motorsports News. We are excited to announce Noah Gragson will be driving for Front Row Motorsports in 2025 and beyond. So there you go. You see in that press clipping right there from Front Row Motorsports that Noah Gragson is going to be their driver for the future. And also you see he's wearing the Bass Pro Shops in there. In my opinion, I don't think that's a mistake. I think you know exactly who the sponsor is going to be. I don't think that's a huge shocker to anybody, but Bass Pro Shops is going to be over there on that car. Now you have to wonder who's going to be the crew chief, who's going to be the driver that goes in that other car. You know, all kinds. What's his number even going to be? Because they didn't show a number in this. So what's his number going to be? Toby Christie talked to Bob Jenkins about it, and let's see what he had to say. Toby Christie, Bob Jenkins, owner, says Front Row Motorsports will have 3 young, talented drivers next year, so don't expect a veteran signing. All right, so we know it won't be a veteran. We know it will be a young guy. A lot of people throwing the name Corey Heim out there. Bob Pockris has already shot that one down. Samuel Parker asking the good questions here. Yes, this to me screams Heim to the 34 if they are still working out plans for a new crew chief. I feel Noah will get the new crew or whatever. To which Bob Pockris responded, Heim is staying in the Toyota camp, and I would expect remains in the 23-11 pipeline. Would expect more Cup starts in 2025, not a full season. Maybe depends on how many races Truex would do. Trucks or Xfinity full-time to be determined. Would lean towards trucks. So Bob dropping a lot of information right there, basically confirming that Martin Truex Jr. is going to drive for 23-11 next season in the part-time deal. I know Denny Hamlin had extended the offer, but it looks like it's sort of basically been confirmed here by Bob Pockris, but it also confirms that Corey Heim is going to stay in the 2311 pipeline, the Toyota pipeline, I should say, and we know he's going to 2311, so we know where that extra charter, when they get it, we know most likely who's going to be driving in that, and that's going to be Corey Heim when they get that charter figured out and sorted out, although he'll probably be splitting time this first season with Martin Truex Jr., it looks like. But back to Front Row, since that's what we are talking about. Spoke to Front Row Motorsports' Jerry Freeze. He does not expect crew chief Travis Peterson to return to Front Row Motorsports. As I've said, expect him to join Spire with Michael McDowell. On car numbers, he said not set on 34, 36, or 38, working on a new one. Current shop-to-house Cup team truck operation is going to relocate. So there you go. They're not going to be operating out of the former Stuart Haas shop. Gene Haas is going to keep that all to himself, it looks like. But they will be exporting the Truck Series team somewhere else. So they're just going to run the Cup Series team out of the Truck Series shop as it stands right now. The other part of that, though, that Travis Peterson is going to Spire, that is a pretty big news-worthy nugget right there as well, because Rodney Childers just signed with Spire yesterday, and now we know that they've got Travis Peterson, so two good veteran crew chiefs over there at Spire. They continue to build that program, and that's just super interesting. Spire is going to be the most interesting team once again next year, I would have to say. And we still don't know a number, but we know that they're working on a new number, so we know it won't be a 34, it won't be a 36, and Todd Gilliland already has the 38. So we know a new number is coming over there. We don't know what it will be, but Noah Gragson looks like he will not be driving the 34 or the 36 at the very least. But let's hop back to, they said they're going to get a young driver. We know it won't be Corey Heim, but we do know it could possibly be Riley Herbst. Riley Herbst brings a lot of money. He's done pretty decently in the Xfinity Series. He's improved every year he's been there, so we can at least say that for him. We know the work ethic is there, so Riley Herbst, I think, in my opinion, would be the leading Ford candidate to go over there in that team. But let me know down below who you think might go in that other car over there for Front Row Motorsports to join Noah Gragson and Todd Gilliland on that young, not really a new team, but a young team. Also from Bob Pockris talking about why the Wood Brothers didn't hire Rodney Childers. Wood Brothers not hiring him right away, not enough money, question mark. Bob Pockris says it's mainly a Penske decision and their crew chiefs are relatively solid. So there you go. We got to answer to that question. Rodney Childers was not brought on because Penske didn't want him. They believed in the people that they already have in place. They think the people they have can raise the Wood Brothers to that next level. So that's why Rodney Childers was not invited to the 21 car, and that is why he is going over there to Spire. Now we know it wasn't a money thing. It wasn't a team personnel decision. It was a Penske decision. Penske, they're promoting from within, which is respectable. I have no problem with that, but it is, in my opinion, I would have kept the team together, in my opinion, but that's just me. Penske knows what they're doing. They've got championships. I'm not going to second-guess them. Other than to say, when are they going to send one of those championship crew chiefs over there to the Wood Brothers? We need that 100th win. Let's go. Come on, let's get it done. And I talked about it on the live stream, but I haven't made an episode about it yet. John Force leaves Richmond Hospital for the Rehab Center, Richmond, Virginia, July 9th, 2024. After spending 15 days in varying levels of intensive care at VCU Medical Center, drag racing champion John Force was released Tuesday in time to board the AirMed ambulance for a 3-hour flight to the Neurological Rehab Center, at which treatment for the traumatic brain injury he suffered June 23rd crash will continue. And it goes on in rather lengthy detail about his accomplishments and all that stuff. But we wish John Force the best on his rehab and recovery. But also great news that he is out of the hospital and on his way to the next step to rehabbing and getting better. So thoughts and prayers go out to John Force, the Force family, and everybody out there. Glad he's okay, and hopefully he recovers as fast and is all the way as much as he can in the future. So good luck to all them, and thoughts and prayers, like I said, go out to them. All right, that's all I got for you on this one. If you made it this far, I would love to have your subscription. If not, I'll keep making these things. If you're already subscribed, you know I appreciate you all as well. You're all awesome. If you got a question, comment, or anything like that, I try to get to as many of them as I can, so drop them down in the comments section. And other than that, if you want to visit the merch store to help out the channel, the link is in the description as well. But other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.